上一秒经历了什么，都达不到我们好战的心。全力以赴，定能闪耀。生而好战，永不言弃。
And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another week, another edition. Oh my god, that is... Hold on. Another week, another edition of the StarsWar 11 EU and AM Closed Qualifier, day number 3. I'm, of course, host Live VIP, and with me, I'm joined by the people in the chat and by my lovely webcam because I'm back. I'm here. I'm no longer making that face. It feels so good to be back here, and we can finally catch up face to face. No more screenshot as I've returned to the land of Australia. We're back, Papi, we're back. Oh my god. And I apologize because I was traveling, because I was on my trip back to Australia from Poland. We missed out on day 2. We missed out on day 2 of StarsWar 11, the EU and America's Closed Qualifier, and day 2 popped off. I quickly had a look at the scoreline because I was really curious what happened. Rainer got knocked down. I was very sure. I need to watch those games. I really wanted to cast. Unfortunately, we weren't able to go live beforehand. I might extend this broadcast, or maybe we'll catch up tomorrow. But we missed out on day 2, and there was a big result coming in. Rainer was knocked down to the lower bracket by Skillus. Skillus popped off. Skillus, he even recently tweeted about it, saying how happy he was with his performance and all that stuff. So check out his social media, check out his Twitter. I do recommend it. And like, that was a big win for Skillus. Rainer has been knocked down to the lower bracket, and here we have a best of 5. A best of 5 elimination match from the qualifier, by the way. Rainer and a laser. One player moves on, the other player will say goodbye, will say hasta luego in this tournament. Here we go. We're getting into game number 1 of the ZVZ. And in the bottom right hand corner of Goldenar, we have Rainer, the Italian Zerg. And in the top left, we have his opponent. We have the Polish Zerg player, a laser. Let's go. Catching with the chat. Light moves. Oh my god. Exclamation mark, not frozen. Yeah, let's go. Hold on. Not frozen. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm catching up. Gugu, or whatever the kangaroos say instead of hello. Welcome back. Welcome, Papi. Welcome. Let's go. Let's go. All right, here we go. We're diving into our ZVZ. Again, as a reminder, we, unfortunately, because I was traveling, we missed out on day 2. We missed out on day 2 of these closed qualifiers. As a result, we don't know, or we weren't able to bear witness to how exactly Rainer got knocked down. But regardless, he's here in the elimination round in a best of 5 against a laser. And in a ZVZ, in a mirror matchup, anything can happen. Anything will happen. Rainer's coming in as the favorite player, of course, don't get me wrong, but again, I want to believe that, mate, we can pop off, and I want to believe the laser can make a series out of this. For the time being, hatch gas pool, standard openers between all of our players, and let me quickly try and set up some predictions in the chat as well. I do apologize for not setting them up ahead of time, so I do apologize for that, but they will soon be up and running, and you can get your gamba on in the chat as well. And try to place your bets on who you believe will advance out first. You know, will it be Rainer or a laser? Again, Rainer is going to be coming in as the favorite player, of course, don't get me wrong. But again, I want to believe. I do want to believe Rainer. So I'm just setting up the names as we speak. Okay, the title on the predictions may be a little bit wonky, but regardless, predictions are open for the next 2 minutes. For the next 2 minutos, Papi, you have predictions open, so place your bets on how you believe this series will unfold. Otherwise, we are diving on in. And for the time being, again, it's been standard openers. We just see link speed on the way. We're fanning out a couple of links to get a scout on what's going on, to try to get a read on the droning, the saturation on the third base, on the natural base, and even in the main. So we're just trying to keep an eye on each other and make sure that everything is on the up and up. As I'm just sorting out those Twitch titles. Make sure that everyone knows what's going on. And yeah, so far it's been a pretty passive game. I mean, we've loaded into Golden Aura. The rush distance by ground on Golden Aura is actually quite short, so you can be very aggressive on this map. Even if we opt not to be aggressive with Lingbane early on, we can still throw down a Roach Swarm, and we're still going to be active in the mid game as well. I expect a pretty dynamic back and forth here in game number 1. I expect it, but we'll see. We'll see how Raynor and a Laser do approach this. There we go. We do have a Link surge from a Laser. 10 Links are on the way. A decent amount of Links here just to apply some pressure, just to assert ourselves. Maybe try and deny mining here at the third base while we drone up. We spoke about the Roach Horn. There it is now on the way for Raynor. We should be seeing one momentarily from our Polish Zerg player as well. But for now, we are going to be just keeping ourselves pinned back. There we go. Now the Roach Horn is still not thrown down for a Laser. Very interesting. Okay, so without said Roach Warren, he's going to be stuck with Lingbane a little bit longer. He's going straight to a lair as well. From here, he should be going for the Roach Warren, but again, I'm a little bit concerned with how late that Warren is for a Laser. More and more concerned. Like, I don't think this is the best map for something like 2-base Muta or rushing to a Spire, for example, but there it is. Roach Warren now on the way. Heavily in favor here of Raynor. Raynor, he has a timing. He has a window where he can be active, and there it is. 6 Roaches are on the way. The Roaches are being produced as we speak. We're going to be moving out across the map, and it's going to be on a Laser to defend. Because the Laser has a higher drone count, and because he's still droning, we need spines. We need stack defense, otherwise it's over. Otherwise it's all over here and now. Raynor is pushing a Laser. He's drone up to what? 54? Over 10 workers over his opponent. And can he hold? Can he survive? A couple of Banelings are on the way. Oh no! Not the best connection there. Does get baited out on a handful of Links, so far so good for Raynor. Is pushing forward. You can see behind this, Raynor's droning. So there are the spine crawlers that we spoke about. There's a lot of spine crawlers on the way for a Laser, but it is not an all-in. If it was, I think we might have been able to break a Laser. Not gonna lie. Can a Laser recognize that his opponent is droning? Can he cancel these spine crawlers in time? Because the reality is we do not need those spines. Okay, what is that? 5 spine crawlers in production. We need to cancel. We're forcing back the army. Raynor forced a big reaction out of his opponent. And that's a lot of wasted resources here. There we go. We get the mass cancellation here. Thankfully, a Laser doesn't commit to any of those spines that he did not need. But that was still an investment. That was still drones that were not mining. And Raynor, he backs off with a smile on his face. Let's go. So with this, Raynor has been able to not just catch up in workers, but he's been able to exceed a Laser in that drone count as well. So Raynor now suddenly has the worker lead. He has the economic advantage. Spire is on the way there. How do we bounce back in this game after being duped out like that, after being bamboozled? The answer is the Muta, papi. The Muta. The Mutas are going to be on the way here for Laser. Now, the Spire only just now started. If it was thrown down in the middle of the defense, I'd be feeling a little bit more confident even in a Laser's decision here. But it's quite a late Spire, so we have a long time before it really gets underway. And the problem here is that Raynor's done droning. He's done droning. He's droned up to 3-base saturation. That is 66 workers. He's stopped at 65. From here, we're making Roaches. We're making nothing but Roaches for Raynor. 2 Lings do slip in. The Banelings are denied. A Laser gets a full scout. He confirms that there's no Spire or Hydrogen on the way from Raynor. So a very nice scout here from a Laser. To kind of mirror that a little bit though, to flip it on Raynor, Raynor has not scouted. He has not checked the main base. He has not seen the Spire yet. So a Laser knows there's no Spire. Raynor has no idea what's happening in the main base. He's assuming it's just Roach v Roach. He's still massing more Roaches. A Laser, he's banking up a bit of resources, and here comes the Overseer Scout. Finally, Raynor will figure out what's going on, and he can respond in time. The Spire's about to finish, but the Overseer should get eyes on it. There we go. As Overlord speed kicks in, we do get eyes on the Spire. 6 Mutas on the way. That should force a reaction out of Raynor. There it is. Hydrogen immediately gets thrown down there by Raynor. He's getting ready for it. Spores are on the way. Additional Queens are on the way as well. Anything and everything you could hope for. So again, this Muta switch or this Muta tech did not catch Raynor off guard. And we can see that, yeah, we have made a wave of Mutas, but we're doubling down on Roach production behind this. It's only enough Mutas for map control. We're not going mass Muta, for example. Not going for that mass Muta style. With this, we're going to be hunting down Overlords. We're going to be chasing down Overseers. The ground army is moving out. It is spotted by Raynor. He does see. As a result, a Laser may have to rotate over instead. You can see Raynor is making Hydras behind this. +2 is on the way. We have an upgrade advantage here for Raynor. We're waiting for 1-1 to kick in for a Laser. Now we're even on upgrades, but there's going to be a window with +2. Like, once that kicks in, there's going to be a big opportunity here for Raynor. Overseer gets hunted down. A laser, he has maxed out, and we gotta go. We don't have that many Ravagers, unfortunately. I would favor a laser's army if only he had a higher Ravager count, and that's something that Raynor has in his favor instead. A couple of Hydras sprinkled in just for that anti-air. Mutas, they're making their way into the main base, but alas, I believe we should be ready for it. We'll see. As the Mutas, they slip in towards the natural. In between, they catch, a Bailing. Not bad. They get a Bailing. They barely get an Overlord as well. Hydras, though, they are on the chase, and we do have to respect them. And as we react a little bit too late, one Muta does go down. Not like this. Spar's going to be thrown down. Do you see Raynor sharking around here with his army, waiting for +2, I imagine. Waiting for that upgrade. As we said, Linton's a big shout out to C Grail in the chat. Thank you so much. 14 months, 10 in a row. Papi. Over 2 years of support. 1 year of support. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for resubscribing. We always do appreciate the support here on the CranKy Ducklings. The armies, they do bounce off each other when not committing. Raynor, he's now moving past the Hydra into the Lurker. Again, Hydras aren't really ideal in Roach Ravager engagements, which is why Lurker play is kind of the trajectory we want to be taking here. Meanwhile, Laser is behind in tech, just now getting into his own Hydra deck. So Raynor, when it comes to the composition of his army, it's just getting better and better over time. A laser, he has to make some moves happen soon. Ooh, as he's gonna get supply block. Decent concave or decent surround setup here by a laser. He is spotted. Raynor, he doesn't care. Ooh, does try to force his way through. Yeah, making these very awkward for a laser. Having a very, very shaky engage there. Raynor gonna be backing up for a moment. A laser, regrouping. Hive is on the way. Lurker then just now in production for a laser. Meanwhile, Lurkers are on the way for Raynor. So again, Raynor, he has that tech advantage. Lurkers are going to be coming out first for the Italian Zerg, later for the Polish Zerg. Boy. Let's see if we can bounce back here. Could we call it a false grotto instead of a concave? Oh no. Oh, you had to work for that one, Einstein. That was awful. That was not like this. An untrue grotto. True. So here we go. We have Raynor moving out. Does catch a Hydra in the center of the map. Falling back. What about a deceiving grotto? Oh. A deceiving alcove? God. Anyway, as we're going for a big hand attack, a laser catching Raynor out of position here, by the way. Armies, they were dancing here in the center of the map, but a laser, he does go for a big counterattack. And will he get the base? He will not. Does get a lot of damage dealt. Gets it down to half HP. Gets a couple of workers, but ooh, it's going to be an expensive loss here. Raynor, he does flank the army. And a laser, he plummets in supply. This is supposed to be a harassing force, but he throws everything away. And back at home, a laser, he needs time. You can see he's remaxing, he's rebuilding, now on Lurker tech with Corruptors. Oh, I think it's a misclick. Yeah, there's one Corruptor in production. I think that was a bit of a misclick here, but laser, he needs time, and Raynor is already pushing in. We have Lurkers from one end, we have Roach Ravager from the other. It looks like a laser, he might be able to hold on, but he's losing drones. His economy is taking a big blow, and he will lose the 4th base. GG gets called, it becomes too much, and Raynor takes game number 1. GG. GG, well played. A solid game there out of Raynor. A laser, he took a risk. The risk, of course, that we saw. I think that things were still pretty even when it came to the big overreaction of a laser, when he cancelled all the buildings when he was down in workers. I think that was still okay, but for a laser to go for a risk and go for the Spire, that was the problem. He went for the Spire tech, and what did the Mutas do? They killed 2 Overlords and an Overseer and a Bailing. Like, that's all that the Mutas really did. And they forced a reaction. They got scouted. Raynor was able to get into faster Hydras, into faster Lurkers, into faster tech. Raynor, upon scouting, was able to shut it down completely. And again, that is the risk that you take in ZVZ. If you go Mutas and if you get scouted, more often than not, the Mutas won't really work out for you. And as we saw there, like, it was an investment that didn't really pay off for a laser. It cost him more than it really gained him, and with that, Rainer was able to get one step ahead in the overall army composition, the overall tech here that he was working with. So GG, well played, very well done there by Rainer. But that was merely game 1. And now we're getting into game number 2. You can see the vetoes, you can see the map order as well. Rainer, he vetoed Equilibrium and Alcyone. Makes sense. Both of those maps incorporate gold bases, and specifically in ZVZ, gold bases can be so difficult to punish and so difficult to deal with. So Rainer, he gets rid of the gold bases, the gold maps, and a laser's vetoes are a little bit more interesting here. So Rainer gets rid of the gold bases, a laser gets rid of some of these more aggressive maps. Hard lead is the shortest rush distance by ground. So a laser, he's maybe a little bit afraid of early Ling Bane aggression with 12 pulls, with 13 12s, with just Ling Bane aggression in general. So a laser gets rid of hard lead and Solaris. Solaris, the rush distance by ground is, it's a bit of a larger map, but the speed zones. The speed zones means that you can also be hyper aggressive on Solaris as well. So clearly we have two different mindsets. A laser wants to avoid the earlier game aggression. Rainer wants to avoid the nonsense that comes with the goal base. Or something more unorthodox. And here we go, we're getting into this, and in the top left we have Rainer, and in the bottom right we have a laser for Team Liquid. Let's go. Let us go. The face cam is back. Wait, hold on. Hello, Papi, hello. I'm catching up. I'm sorry, but not sorry. Deal. I'm laughing and crying and groaning. Honestly, it was really good. It was really good. Normally, Iceland's puns are like surface level, but like I had to think about it for a moment. I was like, "What?" False in the first. You almost had me in the first half. I was like, "What are you talking about? False grotto? What?" Oh, the concave. True. Actually, hold on. Wouldn't it be? Wouldn't it be like? What about like an innocent? Why do I keep thinking of opposites? The opposite of a concave, an innocent plane? Oh no, not like this. As we're settling into our game. Ooh, interesting openers. Okay, so it looks like we have a 15-15. Ooh, no, my apologies. So it is a hatch gas pool out of Rainer. Meanwhile, a laser, I believe, went for a gas first. Yes, okay, cool. I was distracted by the chat, by the god awful puns, exclamation mark Funada Iceland in the chat. But it was a gas first here out of a laser. That's why you can see that the hatchery for a laser is very late for the red Zerg player. It's very late for a laser. You can see here, there's already Link speed on the way. Link's in production, Queen is in production, and we are still not fully pulling out of gas. This could be Ling Bane. This could be a Ling Bane rush out of a laser. So a laser being the aggressor, Rainer is going to be the defender. So a bit of a role reversal here. Rainer, he's going to get his queens out. Spinecrawl on the way. Good read here out of Rainer with the Overlord Scout. He saw the links. He saw how late the hatchery is, and he's taking it very seriously. Very fast Spinecrawler out of Rainer. A laser, there's that Baliness we spoke about. Because he didn't pull out of gas, it had to be Ling Bane. A laser's going all in. He's going all in, and Rainer canceled. I'm pretty sure if you saw in the production tab, Rainer, he had a Spinecrawler in production and he canceled the Spinecrawler. So Rainer believes it's just a pull first. He doesn't know about the gas. He doesn't know about the continued gas mining. He doesn't know about the Baneling Nest. So Rainer, he's droning. He's droning right now. He is getting a safety Baneling Nest though. Specifically, he didn't pull out a gas. So this Baneling Nest from Rainer is faster than normal, than a standard game. Link Scout is coming in, and now Rainer confirms. There we go. He sees all the Lings. He sees them flooding across the map. Now Rainer knows what's going on. Can he defend? It's going to be all about the control. It's going to be all about the positioning. He has to pull the boys. He has to protect the queens. And he has to buy time for the Banelings. As the Baneling Nest is about to finish up for Rainer, it's going to be a very close defense for the Italian Zerg. And there it is. Baneling Nest is done. Banelings are on the way. Now, a laser's on the timer. A laser's on the... He has to stop the Banelings. He needs to stop them right here, right now. Banelings are on the way. They're halfway. They're gonna finish. They're gonna finish up here. Rainer, does he hold? Oh, first Baneling gets baited out. Not an ideal connection for a laser. Not like this. He gets zoned away, and now Rainer has a massive economic lead. Ay. Again, Rainer, he had a good read overall, and even though he did cancel the Spinecrawler, which concerned me, by the way, I was concerned that he would not be able to hold on, he was able to buy enough time for his Banelings, and now that they're out, a laser's behind. A laser, he's behind, he's droning up as hard as he can right now. There's all this gas that was basically wasted, essentially, and Rainer, he's in a good position. He's in a very nice position here. Now, still go. Still comes down to the control. So has to be very careful here. Bailings are whirling in, zoning a laser away. Another bailing of a laser is going to get baited out for one Ling. Not the best connections there. A better connection towards the end for a laser, but regardless, we should clean this up. There's a handful of Lings remaining here applying pressure to the third base of Raynor, but Raynor, he will have enough to stop this. I spoke too soon. We force a cancel. Okay, a laser, I see you. Did force a cancel there. Not bad, not bad. A laser, he's droning up as hard as possible. He's getting queens, he's making more Lings. Roach War now on the way. Now, what's scary here, while a laser was busy at the third, and he's still busy at the third, he hasn't seen the natural. Specifically, he hasn't seen what's hidden behind that natural mineral line. I don't know if you saw it there, Roach Horn. There's a Roach Horn hidden behind the natural base of Raynor, and Roaches are amassing. Raynor is going for a counter all-in. That is why Raynor's drone count is lower than that of a laser, because Raynor is not droning, he's not playing economically, he's all-in completely here, and now it's going to be on the laser to defend. He sees the roaches getting ready. Again, he cannot have any roaches to defend. He's making as much Ling Bane as possible here. Now the roaches are in production for a laser. Can he buy time? No spine crawlers. Does deny one bailing. Is going to deny another. Not a bad start. Not a bad start for a laser. But Raynor, his roaches, they have arrived. Yeah, they engage with the Lings. To engage with the Lings, they dive on top of the army. Queen is under fire. Spine crawler, it's too little too late. A late spine crawler here for a laser. It's not gonna finish. Yeah, too many Bailings are just here for Raynor as well. Zones away the Lings, breaks the third base. And a laser, what does he have? What does he have left? He's trickling in with a couple of roaches. Does have the defender's advantage. That spine crawler, it's actually about to finish, by the way. Does finish, but it's still not enough. And Raynor, he is snowballing out of control. He breaks this third. We do have a couple of reinforcements coming in. He should be able to break the third base, but can the laser hold on? Can he barely hold on as he's being targeted down? Raynor, though, is running out of reinforcements. Again, it takes him a lot longer to reinforce from across the map. Barely takes out another Roach, but a laser, he's holding on. He forces this back. Does force this back, saves his third base. We have an even drone count, and we have a continued game. Oh, nice catch out of a laser. He caught out those three roaches. He was able to body block them as well. Very nicely done. And now we need a moment to take stock. We need to take a moment to breathe. What's going on? Okay, hatch tech for a laser. We still only have hatch tech, no lair. Speaking of, Raynor, his lair is about to finish. He's about to finish up his lair, which is going to be leading into roach speed, which is going to be leading into +1 range. Raynor is still ahead. Raynor, he still has a lead here with the upgrades, with the tech, with his economy. A laser, we have to make a choice. And based on the fact that we have not started the lair, I think it's an all-in. I'm looking at the production tab. My mistake. We are droning. Bold choice out of a laser. So he decides to drone. He still doesn't have a lair. This means that he's stuck at home. And this means that a laser's stuck at home, and if Raynor realizes that, he can just take more bases. He can just take a fourth base, double expand, drone up, take his gases, take up into Hive, into Hydras, into Lurkers. Basically, what just happened here is that a laser is giving Raynor map control. All the map control he could ever want. He'll still be active with his Lings, but his Roaches are stuck at home. So we'll see what Raynor does with this and how he's able to take advantage of this situation as well. For now, we're just waiting for our upgrades. Until then, we're just droning up on 3 bases. Again, Raynor, he can afford to thread on a 4th right now, but he's actually still making roaches. What's important though is, again, we do have a game. Still want to give the edge to Raynor, but a laser, he can maybe try to bounce back. I mean, he's droning pretty hard. 9 more drones on the way. Now, if Raynor gives a laser time, then sure, a laser can bounce back 100%, right? If he's left alone to his own devices. The problem is that I don't think that's about to happen, because I spoke about how greedy Raynor could be. Raynor isn't being greedy. He's making an army, and he's pushing, and Raynor, he's up 30 army supply. Big push here out of Raynor. He throws down the creep tumor, he throws down the creep highway here with the dropper lords, or with the overlords. And yeah, Raynor, he's looking to just seal the deal, end what he started. Initially, he may not have broken the third base, but now with the follow-up, he will break the third. Spine Cooler goes down. GG gets called. The writing was on the wall, and Rainer takes a 2-0 lead. GG. GG, well played again. No big reaction there out of Rainer, looking confident here in his play. And yeah, I don't blame him. Again, that was another really solid game from Rainer. A Laser initially had a lot of aggression, but honestly, a Laser, he was looking behind after the first failed push. Like, he failed to break the natural base. Rainer was able to take an economic lead. From there, Rainer was able to get into a let's go. Again, I missed you so much, and it's good to be back. And here we go in the bottom right-hand corner. We have the Italian Zerg player. One game away from becoming our champion, or from advancing on. It is Rainer. In the top left, we do have a Laser for Team Liquid. Let's go. Again, it's a best of 5, so una más. One more is all that Rainer needs here to bounce back, or to, yeah, start working through the lower bracket. As a reminder, this is an elimination match. The loser will be eliminated from the entire tournament from StarsWar 11. The winner will advance on to have another chance to redeem themselves and continue that lower bracket run to make it to the qualifying match. Oh boy. So the pressure is on. And things once again are going to calm down. I say once again as a reminder, last game a Laser did go gas first. He went for a gas first Ling Bane all in early on, did fail, did put in behind. This time hatch gas pool, standard openers out of Rainer, standard openers out of a Laser as well. But as we're coming back into this, a big shout to Holy Lime 23 in the chat. Oh my papi. Thank you so much for resubscribing with Twitch Prime for 14 months. Thank you so much. Hope you had a great time. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the camera that has returned. Bienvenidos, papi. Bienvenidos. Ah. Thank you. Gracias. As for now, we're just getting into our natural bases. We're joining on up. Still no signs of deviation. We're keeping an eye out for the third base timing. We're keeping an eye out for gas income. That's what really is keeping our attention, at least in the early stages of ZVZ. Meanwhile, big shout to the sponsors. Big shout to Team WE, New TV, Double Esports, SCBoy, Aegon, Doyu, and what is that? I can't read that. There's a sponsor that I'm unfamiliar with. Regardless, shout out to all the sponsors of StarsWar 11. Without them, this event could not be possible. A bigger shout out to SCBoy though, because I'm sure they're a big deciding factor as to why this event is even happening and why StarsWar 11 has reincorporated StarCraft. For those who are unaware, StarsWar is basically a big celebration or an event that has been occurring on an annual basis, on a regular basis in China. But these past couple of years, StarCraft was not a part of the event. StarCraft was not a part of StarsWar. They were hosting other esports instead, and it's great to see that StarCraft is back. It's back once again, part of StarsWar, at least 11, and hopefully for years to come, for 12, 13, 14 thereafter. Hopefully. Meanwhile, behind this, third base is being taken. We're applying a bit of pressure here with a handful of Lings. Baliness is on the way for Rainer. Baliness is not on the way for a Laser, so an interesting choice here from our red Zerg player. Without that Baliness, we're going for a Ling Flood. Yep, there it is. We are not droning. We're not banking Balings. We are just flooding Lings across the map. This is going to be risky. It's going to be Ling against Ling Bane. Rainer, he will have enough to defend. As we can see though, there are facets, there are layers to this aggression from a Laser, because that is a fast Roach War. He's skipping Banelings, going right into Roaches instead. Oh boy. Oh, but a big Ling Scout there out of Rainer. I believe he saw the Roach Warren. I believe he was able to slip into that natural base, get eyes on everything. At the same time, though, here comes a mass Ling from a Laser. Again, there are Banelings to defend. As long as we are able to control well, then Rainer should be able to hold. He should be fine. Oh, as we do try to bait the Lings in. So far, unable to connect. The dance does continue. We're buying time. Roaches are amassing for a Laser. He has been droning sporadically throughout all of this. So has Rainer. Oh, once again, the dance continues here. Rainer getting forced. Oh, a Laser getting forced further and further back. A Laser, he's droning up behind this, by the way. Okay, and as one Zerg player makes drones, the other doesn't. Rainer, he's still making army. Is getting a bit supply blocked here for a moment, but he has broken free. Retreating. And do we drone? Nope, we're not droning. Okay, Raider, he's cutting drones at 36. He's still amassing more Ling Bane. And we're just going to send it. We are just going to send it here. And we're going to break that third. And Rainer, he's all in. He is completely all in. He has not made a drone in quite some time. A laser. All he has to do is defend. Defend, minimize losses, and then he will take a massive lead. He can take this back. He can force an extended series. We'll see as the Lings are amassing. They're flooding across the map. A laser now knows what's going on. And we need everything to defend. Spine crawlers, good positioning. The Queens are pulling back. Yeah, we give up on the third. 100%. We give up on the third base. We cannot defend against it. We cannot hold. Eva Chamber was thrown down. Banelings have arrived. We're going in. The Banelings, they're rolling past the army towards the mineral line. Ooh, so far, good positioning here from a laser. Yeah, the Roaches, they're standing strong. A couple of them do take some big Banelings to the face. We have more Banelings coming in. That's a lot of Banelings. That's a lot of Banelings here from a laser, and he does crash through those Roaches towards the drones. Does get in. Ooh, big connection. 6 drones go down. Fun fact, a laser still has an economic lead. Still is up in drones. And he holds. A laser, he does hold. Rainer, he is droning up behind this, but so is a laser. And things are looking better and better here for a laser as long as he's able to hold on. As long as he's able to minimize even more losses. Lair is on the way. Wait, does a laser have a lair? Yes, +1. I don't think he does. Queen gets caught out. Good pick up there by Rainer. Very nice pick up. Yeah, a laser, he's still on hashtag. Okay, that is a little bit concerning. There it is. The lair just now begins for a laser. Now, with a late lair, this should lead into a delayed push from a laser. What I mean by that is that we shouldn't be moving out with Roaches without Roach speed. Because, again, you can be kited, you can be out-produced, you can be just out... What am I working? What am I looking for? Out-controlled, there we go. I don't know why I struggled. You can be out-controlled by your opponents. So, because of that, a laser stuck at home. And as he's stuck at home, Rainer, he's going for the Spire. Again, with that lair advantage, he's just extending that tech lead into the Spire. Risky move here by Rainer, but we can see that work. We can see that pay itself off. We'll see if he is able to get into that, though, because a laser is still amassing more Roaches. He's still refusing to completely drone up his third. He's at 59 workers. Where the gas is finishing, he should be making more. Still making more Roaches. There we go. 4 drones on the way for a laser. So he's just getting up to 3 base saturation, and then he's going to be maxing out or amassing a Roach Ravager army. Rainer, he needs to buy time for those mutas. The mutas, they're his way back into this. They are his way back into this, and here we go. We have 10 mutas on the way. No scouting yet. Oh, we have not seen anything. A laser, he doesn't know. The Overseer is trying to go in. But alas, a late scout. A laser, he just starts Overlord speed. Hydrogen on the way. Honestly, really good read there from a laser. He saw the gases, didn't see the tech, but he's going for that Hydrogen just in case. Mutas are moving out. And the laser's going to be stuck at home. Until then, Rainer, he's free to drone. Free to saturate. Rainer, he's still making more mutas, by the way. He's going +1 melee. It's Ling Muta. It's Mass Muta. Okay. Mass Muta out of Rainer. Bold move. Very bold. Diving in with his Lings. Gets a full surround. He will deny the 4th base. Should be a cancel, not a kill. Should be, at least. As Ravager is saved. Ooh, that was a kill. That's 300 minerals down the drain for a laser. Big loss there for him. At the same time we dive in, we get a couple more Overlords. We do get one of the Hydras as it pops out. Now, as we mass a Hydra army, I still want to favor a laser when it comes to a main push through the center. If he moves out with like a maxed out Roach Ravager Queen army, I don't know if Rainer can stop him. Like right now, Rainer is picking up a couple of units here and there, but when it comes to a main big fight, Rainer needs time. He needs time to build up his upgrades to amass an army. He needs see here, he's still down in that army supply. A laser, yeah, he's pushing. Now is the time. Oh, he's still waiting for Hydra Speed, though. Yeah, Hydra Speed is still on the way. The mutas, they still keep him busy, but that is the death pool of an army. Can he hold on? Get an Overlord. Get one. Pick up a couple of Hydras. Ooh, 4 Hydras are free. Big pick up. We get a queen. We get 2 queens. Raynor, calm down. He doesn't just, oh my god, he's just pulling a laser apart. What a Hydras in the face of Mass Muta. Nothing as every Hydra goes down. We're down to purely Roach. It's purely a Roach army. GG gets called. A laser gets picked apart. He's unable to push out. And Raynor, he bounces back. The initial Link Flood did not do enough damage, but he had a much faster lair, faster spire, and the mutas, they popped off. They won him the game straight up. They won him the series. Congratulations to Raynor. My condolences to a laser, as a laser is eliminated from StarsWar 11. GG. GG, well played. My condolences to a laser. He has been eliminated from the tournament. Raynor still has a chance to redeem himself and to qualify for the main event. The dream of Raynor stands strong. It's still very much so alive. We're going to be going on a short break. When we return, we have a PvP between Geralt and Showtime. See you soon. Take this moment, take this time to hydrate your Hydras, stretch your Roaches, massage your Marines, and drain all of your Disruptors. We'll be back soon after the break. Until then, pop. Another elimination match. We have a PvP between Geralt and Showtime. Here we go. And again, Showtime, he struggled a couple of days ago against Skillus in this very matchup. Can he redeem himself? As we're loading into game 1 and spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the Polish Protoss, Geralt, for Psystorm Game. And in the top left, we have the German Protoss player, Showtime, for Big, for Berlin International Gaming as well. Let's go. He's joined by his lovely bunny and rabbits in the background. And if you are in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you believe will advance on. Again, Showtime, he is considered by many as one of the best Protosses in all of Europe. I mean, he is the best, one of the best Protosses in Europe. I'll say top 2 alongside Max, but Skillus has been popping off recently. Skillus did take down Raynor and Showtime in this very tournament. And Geralt has also been improving quite steadily over time. Geralt, I would say he is vying to break out into that upper echelon of Protoss play. I think nowadays, I would say when it comes to who would I rate as 4th best Protoss in Europe, when I think top 3, I think Max, Showtime, and Skillus. And the ordering and the hierarchy there may soon change with Skillus popping off as of late. But who's underneath them? I would say, you know, players like Christianer, players like Geralt. And I would say that as of late, Geralt, he has been really looking to position himself to kind of go for these higher and higher heights and these larger accolades as well. So I'm really excited to see Geralt making it this far, competing in this event, and I'm excited to see how he does fare against Showtime. For now, fake proxies. Both players as well. You know, we have the great minds, they think alike. Both players they both go for fake proxy pylons, and we'll see if we do commit. We'll see if we do come across each other. So far, our players just being active with their probes, trying to get a scout off, and it looks like Geralt does come across. That would be, oh wait, no, my apologies. We're proxying a Stargate. Okay, Showtime going for a proxy Stargate outside of his own main base. Not really any closer to his opponent, but is very nicely hidden. As a result, unlikely for it to be scouted, unlikely for Geralt to prepare in time. He does dive in with his own probe, and he should realize, hold up, your pylon is late, your pylon is missing. Where is your second pylon? When the probe goes down, big pick off there. You can see Geralt, he's been scouting on the right hand side. He's looking for the pylon, and it looks like he will eventually come across it. Oh, will he though? It's gonna be close. It is gonna be close. At the same time, Double Adept is moving out here for Showtime. Likewise, Double Adept for Geralt as well. They are moving out. And we'll see if we can react in time here as Geralt. Does he wall off? He does. Does wall off in time. Adept Scout is denied. Here comes the Probe Scout, and we do get eyes on the Stargate and on the Building Oracle. Now, Geralt knows exactly what's been happening. He knows that it's not a committed proxy. He knows that it shouldn't be an all-in, and he's getting ready. But, oh, Geralt, he did fall for the fake out. That is a robo opener out of Geralt. Very safe play from the blue Protoss. Very aggressive out of the red. Oracle's on the way. Adepts, they do come across each other. Trading blow for blow. As we do back off. Meanwhile, in the main base, we do have a shield battery. We get one probe nonetheless. One worker goes down. The other is going to be kept safe and sound again. Geralt, he did have the time he needed to prepare back at home. Meanwhile, we shade into the main. Showtime. Oh, Showtime. A bit of a lapse in judgment there. He does miss the shade, and that's a lot of damage being dealt. 6 probes go down. Almost 7. And just like that, Geralt takes a massive economic lead. Remember, Showtime invested in being aggressive. He invested in the harassment of these oracles, and they haven't done enough damage at all. So much so that he had delayed his own expansion, and Showtime is falling further behind. But thankfully, he has invested into his second oracle. He can still get some counter damage dealt. He's not out of this. Not by a long shot, but a nice lead for Geralt. Meanwhile, behind this, we're taking up, working towards the Twilight Council, working towards Blink, I imagine, here for Geralt. Meanwhile, Showtime followed it up with a Robo, and he's going for a Prism. He wants to go for his own counter damage. The Oracles, they take a couple of hits. We have 4 Adepts shading in towards the main base to force a recall. We do force a recall into the main. So far, Geralt, he hasn't been dealt too much damage. He has been able to maintain himself for now. But that soon may about to change. Soon is about to change here. As Showtime is waiting for the War Prism. Now, the reason why the War Prism has a lot of value here and has a lot of potential is that these Adepts that we've invested quite heavily into have yet to really get into a mineral line, but the Prism will help with that. The Prism can ferry the Adepts into the main base. We can bypass the ramp. We can bypass the pylon blocks. Well, as we commit to the shade at the natural. Okay, probes are going to get targeted now. We're going to get 4 workers in total. Good damage dealt here by Showtime. At the same time, the Prism poised to dive in as well. Waiting outside the main. Getting 5 probe kills in total. Behind this, we're getting into Immortal production, working towards a delayed Twilight Council, delayed Blink. Blink's still not quite done for Geralt, unfortunately. He's still trying to keep up here with the army, with the Prism. So far, good positioning here as the Oracles. They do dip into that natural. They get 2 probes, 3 probes. Again, very nicely done. 3 worker kills. As Geralt behind this, getting to his own Blink. And do we double down? I believe it's only 3 gateways. I believe Geralt here, he only has 3 gateways, so not the most amount of production available for 2 bases. So this is not an all-in, for example. He can move out, yes, but I imagine he should be expanding. I imagine. As we are still establishing ourselves. Speaking of getting a 3rd base, there it is from Showtime. Is the first to expand. Geralt looks like, yep, he's going for a slightly later 3rd instead. Meanwhile, Showtime has been able to take a worker lead. Blink is done! Oh, can we get it? Oh, I do think it was a bit of a late Blink in general there, and Geralt, he doesn't get the Prism. That would have been huge. That would have been massive. The Prism does escape, does survive. We do depower that Stargate. Oracles are moving out. So do we have anything at home to defend? 2 Oracles towards the natural of Geralt. Oh, not much. No, the stasis! No, the bait! A massive stasis here on the army. Geralt, not like this. Back at home, he does have enough to defend. He does protect his mineral line. But this is giving so much time to Showtime to prepare here. He does have 2 Immortals, has the sentries for force fields as well. Oh boy, and Geralt, he has to take the fight. Takes down the Stalker, backs off. Whew. Okay, does have Blink available soon momentarily as well. Dancing with death right now. Again, Showtime has had time to just reinforce, to react, to prepare for this. Prism slips in. Adepts, I believe they're out of range. I believe they haven't been seen. Oh, they have not been seen. We dive on the army. Ooh, first Immortal goes down. Nice pick off there out of Geralt. Meanwhile, Adepts, they make their way into the main base. Probes are falling. They force a recall. They do force the recall of Oracles. Adepts, they both barely make it out. We got 5 worker kills. Stalker still on the front lines. Going for the blink into the main. We dive into the main base. We bypass the army here of Showtime. We're going to be bleeding out a couple of those Stalkers. But so far, good attack, good move here from the Blue Protoss. Yeah, the Prism taking a lot of damage as well. And the Prism, it should go down. A big pick up. The Prism falls, the Oracles. With the defender's advantage, Showtime, he should barely have enough to defend. Yeah, he's forcing this back. Cleans this up. Showtime does hold. And fun fact, Showtime still maintains a worker lead. Whew. But that immortal lead that he once had is no longer there. No longer has more immortals. He just lost the War Prism. He has to rebuild that as well. This is still a very close game. This is still a very, very close back and forth. We've seen some things go in favor of Showtime, at other times go in favor of Geralt. But still a very close game state. As we are working on a 4th. So faster 4th here at a Showtime. Geralt's rotating around. Trying to go for that 3rd. Oh, and we're not quite in position, by the way. Charge is not done. The Zealot's taking a lot of hits. Stalkers, they refuse to turn around. Bold move here out of... No! Bold move out of Geralt, and he's going to pay the price for it. Immortals are going down. We lose 1, and we're going to lose another. 2 Immortals go down basically for free. You can see Geralt is racing back home. He was not expecting this to be a committed fight. To be a committed push. And Showtime is just catching Geralt with his pants down. Big loss here. Probes are falling. Immortal Zealots as well. Here come the reinforcements for Showtime. Boys are being pulled. They have to be. Good blinks out of Showtime. Does target down that Immortal. And with that, Showtime should be taking a lead in this series. Should be looking to put the first point on the board. As I say that, we do have some reinforcements coming in. Geralt trying to hold on, but the base has been broken. That's a kill on the Nexus. 24 probes as well. We take down the Prism. GG gets called, and Showtime takes game number 1. GG. Again, Showtime showing us all why he is one of the best Protoss in all of Europe. And Geralt was able to hold his own. He was able to hold his own for a time there, but... again, it was brutal to see him dive on that 3rd base, take a massive stasis to the face, and have Showtime prepare so well for it. Minimize his losses to be able to defend, take a 4th base thereafter, continue and maintain his economic lead, and yeah, was able to catch Geralt out afterwards in that counterattack. Really well done. Really well played there at a Showtime. Geralt, can we bounce back? I want to believe we can. Based on game 1, 100% we can get a back and forth. We can have a back and forth series here, but the pressure is on Geralt to make that happen. Meanwhile, we can see the vetoes here. Radisson Station and Equilibrium. Some of the more unorthodox maps have been vetoed from Showtime. Meanwhile, Site Delta and Oceanborn. Interesting map vetoes here. Site Delta makes sense. For those curious, Site Delta is like the Phoenix War map. It's one of the few maps that has a ramp leading into the natural, so it's quite important in PvP, and Geralt clearly wants to avoid falling behind economically, so he shuts down Site Delta. Oceanborn is an interesting one, which we can get into as we're getting into game number 2. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hecate, we have a Polish Protoss, Geralt. And in the bottom left, we have the German Protoss player himself. It is Showtime, leading the series 1-0. Let's go. Okay. Again, Showtime having a surprising result initially in the upper bracket to fall down so early on in the tournament. But so far, he's gaining his footing. He's standing back up. He is still very much so in this. And it's on Geralt to cause that upset. Does he have it in him? For now, 2 gate openers. 2 gate openers all around for both Geralt and for Showtime. Getting into our gases. And so far, everything's looking as it should. Really, we're keeping an eye on the second pylon placement, whether it's proxied or not, and as well as the first units of choice, whether we go double adept, double stalker, or stalker sentry, or some other unorthodox variation. We shall see. We shall see here. As for now, the probes just being active. Pylons that have been revealed. You have the second pylon in the main base of Geralt. Likewise, the second pylon in the main base of Showtime as well. Just getting into our pylons. Which means that there's no proxy. No proxies out there. No fake proxy either. No fake proxy. And now we're going to be able to get into our double unit production. It's going to be double stalker out of Geralt, double stalker out of Showtime, mirrored build so far. And with double stalker production, that is just a prioritization of just map control here for our players. Moving out, being assertive, we can go into a third and fourth stalker behind this, or double sentry. I'm expecting double sentry, especially out of Showtime, but we'll see. We'll see how feisty our players are feeling here tonight. As we have our answer, that is a second and third stalker for Showtime, so no sentries, no scouting. Meanwhile, Geralt follows his own stalkers up with double adept. Okay. You do have my attention. Here's going to be double adept instead. Now with that, he can try to bypass the units of Showtime. He can get across the map, he can get into a mineral line. He has a lot of potential for damage here. Can pop off. We are expanding. Adepts are moving out. Now we have delayed sentries from Showtime, still unaware of the tech or the really build order of his opponent. As we can see, it's going to be a Twilight Council for Geralt. It's going to be a Robo for Showtime, so much more defensive out of Showtime. With a faster Robo, we can get into faster Immortal production. Immortals, Observers, Prisms of course, but mainly Immortals. As the armies, they do dance with each other. Shield Battery runs out of energy. We are breaking through. Likewise, though, the Adepts, they bust into the main base. Probes are getting one shot. Probes are going down one after the other. The sentry buff is not here yet. No. We got 5 probe kills. Did I say 5? 6, almost 7 workers go down. And across the map, what did Showtime get? He got a shield battery. He was able to deny a shield battery, get a kill on it, kill a pylon, but not much else. With that, once again, Geralt does find himself with an economic lead, but we've been here before, where Geralt gets ahead economically early on, and then Showtime bounces back. Happened in game 1. We'll see if it happens again here in game number 2. For now, just additional sentries on the way. Blink, well in production here for Geralt. It is scouted and confirmed by Showtime. It's fully aware of what's going on. Does scout this. We'll see if he can stop it. As the Immortals are on the way, as we mentioned before. Should be getting into his own blink. We could even skip blink and go into charge and go like charge.arc on Immortal, which is a little bit more of a risky composition, but it can work, definitely. We'll keep an eye on that Twilight Council based timing or upgrade. Keep an eye on him. So now hallucinations are moving out. We're scouting each other, confirming. We do get eyes on the researching Twilight Council. It's blink, not charge. So blink stalkers on the way here for Showtime. And we're settling into our 4th base. We're settling in from here. I was going to say, this is one of the advantages of Hecate, is that you can stabilize on 4 bases, even 5 relatively well, with all this SimCity, with all the terrain, of course, working with you, working at your advantage. Something that Oceanborn doesn't provide. Which I imagine is why it was vetoed. I imagine. As from there, it's going to be a pretty passive follow-up. Both players just building up on 3 bases, getting saturated, working on their forge, +1. Working towards, I imagine, charge thereafter. I'm surprised that Geralt hasn't teched into that, whether it's charged ults or Archons. It's just been purely Blink Stalker and now Immortal. It's a little bit surprising here from Geralt. It is a little bit. There we go, charge now on the way. Yeah, just going to be working towards charge. Likewise, both players are. We do see Geralt engaging here on Showtime's side of the map. Gets a couple of units, but bleeds out a couple as well. We do have that back and forth. Oh. As I say, shade in from the left. You can see Geralt trying to pull Showtime apart, and it's kind of working. Uh-oh. It is working here as 5 probes go down. 6 probes even. Very nice target firing out of Geralt. Beautifully done. Just pulling apart the attention of Showtime, abusing him for it, and then retreating. As this is still pretty close to call. Still pretty neck and neck here. Showtime with a, Geralt with a slight economic lead, but oh, the 4th base is denied. And Showtime has his own 4th on the way. Upgrade slightly in favor of Geralt, but only slightly, as we are seconds away from finishing our +1 for Showtime. So not a very large window there, where Geralt is ahead in upgrades. Only a couple of seconds. Likewise, Showtime going to be moving out. Again, both players just marauding around. No one wants to make the mistake here of moving out first into your opponent's concave, into your opponent's defensive position. In a mirror matchup, like a defender's advantage could make or break a fight for you. Ooh, as Geralt gets caught out once again, he's already been forced to cancel the 4th base once, and it looks like we're going to be seeing a second cancel. Aye, but here comes the surround. Can Geralt catch up? Can he shut this down? So far, good stutter stepping, but he's being dragged out of position, and once again, Showtime comes in from the right-hand side. We do force a recall, but now it's going to be Showtime's turn to pull Geralt apart, left and right. Geralt dancing to Showtime's music right now. Yeah, the Zealots, they are breaking through, but we do have some reinforcements to have the overcharge. It's putting in a lot of work for Geralt. Yes, Geralt, he does hold. Did lose 11 workers in the process, but he does hold. Showtime, he recalls back home. Geralt's going to be committing. Warping in aggressively across the map. He's got a sea of Zealots looking to push up this ramp. Well, not that far behind, but where are the shield batteries? Uh-oh. Okay, we have one. Do you have a shield battery? Do you have an overcharge? Zealot run by coming back in once again. Geralt just can't catch a break. So I'll say dive in. We force a defensive recall. Oh, but we just can't be the production, can't be the recalled units, or the warp ins even. And with that, it looks like Showtime is going to be forced back. Forced to pull back, they'll slide into the main base. The prism is going to be targeted. Ooh. Close blink there, clutch blink out of Geralt. Able to catch that prism. Able to bring it down, and we just haven't had any major engagements yet, but I imagine that's about to change here. I imagine that's soon about to change as Geralt is committing towards the 4th. The entire army is here at the front door. Waiting for some Archons, which is the ideal against Mass Zealots. We're collapsing this army from the left-hand side. The Archons not quite where they need to be, but some good force fields. Yeah, very nice force fields here. Showtime, his army is getting sliced up, but the numbers are still in favor of the red Protoss. It's still in his favor. Juggling out of Geralt. Preserving those Archons. There we go, the Stalkers, they do push forward. Zealots going to be engaging with each other. The Archons, they're putting in a lot of work. They're doing what they can here, but there's only 2 Archons left. They're breaking through all the Zealots. And Geralt, he holds on. Yeah, without any Zealots, we cannot keep pushing. Showtime's army is vulnerable. Again, Geralt taking up into Archons was, in a way, a checkmate move there against that Zealot-heavy composition. The Archons, they carry. And Showtime refused to invest into his own. Did refuse. Just sticking with gateways instead. A much more mobile composition. Showtime catching a base. And can he snipe it? Oh, it's going to be close. He does. One more volley, and he does bring down the 4th base. Big pick off there by Showtime. And we praised Showtime for this earlier, but once again, they cannot harass. The split pushes. Oh, this time, Geralt keeping up. Does get eyes on it. Does respond. Okay, gonna be able to take a pretty good fight here towards the left. A lot of Zealots falling. Yeah, we can see Showtime just trying to incorporate more Zealots, trying to refine the army. The Bay is on the way for Geralt. Ooh, working towards Disruptors. Okay. Once again, you have my attention. Disruptors, 2nd Robo, 4th base is on the way, trying to reclaim it once again as Showtime is getting on a 5th. So Showtime just getting further and further ahead economically, which means Showtime is going to be the first to max out and the first to remax after a big fight as well. That is dangerous. And Geralt, he just hasn't been able to do too much as of late. Has been stuck at home this entire time. Trying to move out, but whenever he does, Showtime, he's there to punish. So here come those Disruptors. We can see Showtime distracting the army, dragging it out of position. At the same time, we dive on top of the Archons. And can we focus the Archons down? We got 1. There's still 3 left. We're down to 2 Archons. Zealots coming from behind. Disruptor has arrived, and we are holding. Not without losing 16 probes, though. The Zealots, they were going ham in the Mineral Alliance. 17 probes go down. Oof. Yeah, rough trades there from Geralt, but he does have Disruptors. There is a lot of potential in that. Meanwhile, Showtime getting a 6th base. He's up 2 bases. He's an animal, Papi. Oh my god. Yeah, Showtime is up 2 bases and is soon about to max out. Now, Geralt does have the higher quality army, not just when it comes to Archons, but now also with Disruptors, now with shield weapons, sorry, shield weapons, shields in general, shield upgrades on the way. Immortal is going to be targeted down by Showtime, picking up an Immortal, picking up Acid the army itself. Overcharge as well, but we snipe the Disruptor. The Nova does not go off. Big snipe there by Showtime. Reinforcements are on the way. He's pushing towards the 4th base. He's breaking the 4th. Overcharge runs out. We're down to purely Blink Stalker. It's not enough quite to break that 4th base. Showtime even bleeding out an Immortal, almost. Does save it, thankfully. Save the Immortal, but 2 more Disruptors are on the way. Again, we're making 2 at a time. Geralt, can we somehow pull it off? Can we survive despite, against all odds, against the economic advantage that Showtime has maintained? Can we pull this off? Oh. Clean feed, no. Come back. As a reminder, we are casting from a clean feed, and it has gone down. Ooh, the Twitch clean feed has gone down here. We're in the middle of game 2. It's been a lot of posturing. It's been a lot of posturing between our players so far. Quickly just double checking our other clean feed. Un momento. Which is down. Yeah, so is the other. Ooh, yeah, both queen. Yeah, the clean feeds, they have taken a hit. Yeah, everyone is reporting. No. For those that are curious, for SCBoy events, for these Chinese events, they actually don't allow observers, so they don't allow casters to join. So there are no of the other language streams that have been able to join the games or anything like that. It is all casted via clean streams. By clean feeds. It's all casted via clean feeds, and because they're streaming it and covering it and observing from China, they actually do it through a VPN. They have to go through a VPN to actually gain access to YouTube and gain access to Twitch and all that good stuff. So because of that, sometimes it is unstable. But is that okay? We're back. Whew. We are back. Let's try to catch up on where we left off as well. As bam, okay, there we go. Whew. As we have returned, looks like the armies that have been posturing, they are engaging with each other. Showtime pushing in. Disruptors are behind. The flanking disruptors, big novas go off, and we will clean up most of, not every single stalker here. Showtime taking a lot of hits to the face at the same time, though he's breaking through on the right-hand side. Looks like we went for a bit of a split push and a split engage. And Geralt, what's important here, as the armies are quite close in nature, the supplies are quite close in nature, he has disruptors. He has a disruptor lead. He maintains the disruptors. They're still alive to get off some more value, to get off a couple more shots. Neva's going to be going up, forcing the blinks. Zealots are being cleaned up. And Geralt does have a supply lead, or does have an army lead, specifically. And breaking this base is not good enough. Again, this is the 7th Nexus for Showtime. We need more than this. So we're going to force a recall. Showtime moving out. Runs into an army. So just catching up. Just trying to make sure everything was stable. All good. Yeah, so here we go. We're pushing on the right-hand side. We find another base. But again, because of Showtime's mass expanding earlier, he can afford to lose bases. Killing these next side, they don't really mean much here to Showtime as he loses another Nexus. Going for the base trade. And forcing Geralt to turn around. Oh boy. Geralt, he's racing back home. He gets out of the base trade. 27 probes go down. And Geralt, his economy is just in the gutter. His army is spotted by the Observer. Showtime sees, he knows. He's ready for it. There he goes off. Gets the Zealots. We have 4 more Novas behind this. Or I think 4 Novas in total. Yeah, 4 disruptions in total. Nova goes off. The splits are too good. Big connection on the Zealots. Not bad. Not bad connection on the Zealots, but we snipe another disruptor. And the longer this goes on, the better it is for Showtime, as he has already remaxed. He's just spending his money rebuilding here. The prism goes down, but it doesn't even matter as Showtime is snowballing out of control. Collapses on the army. Your disruptors, they don't matter. Not to Showtime. As he just outtrades you. Just with the overwhelming economy that has carried him throughout this game. Perpetually ahead 2 bases, if not 3. And there it is. GG gets called. Showtime takes a 2-0 lead in this elimination match. GG. Let's go. Again, Showtime. I mean, once again, it was a back and forth. Like, it wasn't like Showtime was perpetually ahead the entire game. No, not at all. There was a back and forth between Showtime and Geralt, just like game number 1. But over time, Showtime was able to just exceed his opponent, was able to just distract him, pull him apart, just pick away at his army, pick away at his economy, and take a 4th, a 5th, a 6th, a 7th base as well. Showtime, his economy was insane. because of his map control. And Geralt was just stuck at home. He had no idea what was happening, no idea what was going on. Could not react, could not respond. Gee. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the Polish Protoss, Geralt, for Storm Gaming. And in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the German Protoss player himself. It is Showtime for Big. For Berlin International Gaming. Here we go. Now we've had some fake proxy pylons, we've had some real proxies as well. What do we have in game 3? Where are you taking us? For now, it is going to be a 2-gate opener from Showtime and Geralt. But where will that lead us? So what initial units will we work with? And do we proxy our second pylon? Now, I think we already have the answer to that, as there are no probes being active on the map, so there's no potential for a proxy. So we should be getting into some pretty standard openers, at least for the time being. We'll be sure to yell out if anything crazy does go on. Now, I spoke about how it is unlikely to go for a fake proxy pylon, but Geralt does move out with his initial probe, and it looks like he does want to hide that pylon as well. Yeah, there we go. Cyber cores are on the way, and there it is. We do have our proxy pylon in the top right-hand corner of the map. If the probe sticks around, we could try to go for a proxy Stargate, but it looks like Geralt, he's moving out with that probe. He is scouting, and is just going for a fake all-in, or a fake proxy pylon here. Okay. So a bit of mind games going on between our players. As we can see on the minimap, Geralt, he's moving out across the map. Did not stick around for a Stargate. Showtime, he sees, by the way, that the pylon is missing. He's looking for it, and it looks like, based on the scouting pattern of Showtime, he should come across that pylon. It's going to be close, though. It's going to be very close at the edge of his vision. So we are settling into everything else. Your probe is going to be chased down. And, ooh, Showtime, he didn't scout it, by the way. I think Showtime may have re-rallied his scouting pattern there, because he was poised to check the top right. But yeah, that is going to be a third gateway and a robo. Okay, Showtime is going for a one-base all-in. Oh. What started off as a defensive response is now turning into an aggressive one. And Showtime, with that third gateway, does tell us that he does intend on warping in, on committing, and on delaying his expansion. If not just, you know, ignoring it completely, going for the all-in. Now with this robo, we can go into a War Prism, we can go into faster immortal production. Which direction do we go in? Pylon has been scouted. Geralt going for an expansion into a Stargate opener, okay. Or Stargate into an expansion. Prisms on the way. Safety shield battery in the mineral line in case it was an Oracle opener. Good read out of Showtime. And the Stalkers are moving out. And they do pass by each other. Uh-oh, as Showtime is in trouble right now, he does not have an Immortal. He has the Prism, remember that, and the Pylon is going to get shut down. We depowered 2 of these gateways. Good force field, but where's the DPS? As one Stalker falls. We got a very chaotic moment here for both players. Showtime supply blocked. Oh. Showtime, he is supply blocked. He needs those Pylons. He needs that Nexus. Well, the Pylons, I should say. No! Clean feed, stay with us. Whew. As the Oracle dips in from Geralt, but Showtime is there to shut it down. Gateway is being repowered. Showtime, he is holding. And meanwhile, across the map, he's arrived with that War Prism. He has the higher gateway count. He can outproduce his opponent. Waiting for the gateways to be repowered. Oh, that's a late Pylon. A late Pylon for Showtime. He's actually maxed out. I should say supply blocked. Showtime, he can't make anything. We need to warp in, Bobby. Stage trap was thrown down. Did we notice? That's the question. Overcharge is popped, and Geralt, he's holding. He's buying so much time for the Immortal. And time is working against Showtime. The Immortal is about to pop out. It's about to come out. Force field here on the army. Do focus on the Zealots, do focus on the pros. The Immortal has arrived, and again, Geralt, he can force this back. Move another warp in. Showtime, he expands behind this. Yo, can we go for the base? The base is getting very low, actually. It is getting quite low. Good force field here. Catches out the Immortal, and suddenly with the death of that Immortal, Geralt, he's in trouble. Oh, he's in a lot of trouble. That's a kill on the Nexus. Stasis Trap is going to catch a couple of extra units. 2 Stalkers and a Sentry. Shut down the shield battery. Pushing up the ramp. It is pushing itself off the ramp. We do have another Immortal, but the gateway does fall. Remember, Showtime isn't really all in anymore. He is probing up behind this. Does have an economic advantage. Getting another pylon. Geralt does confirm this with his Oracle. It's one of those moments though where Geralt, he now realizes that his opponent is macroing, but that doesn't change anything. Like, how does he break free? There we go, he's going for a drop. As he moves out with his Immortal though, he's so vulnerable back at home. The Observer going to be able to get, the Oracle going to be able to get a couple of probes. Not bad. 4 probes go down. The natural base is still in control of Showtime though, as the depths are on the way. And Showtime forcing his way up the ramp. Geralt is in trouble. The Immortal, it's halfway done. It's halfway done this episode, getting into the main base. They can try to one-shot workers on the best control there out of Geralt. Not focusing them down. The Stalkers, they're caught out. Stalkers are caught out. Overcharge doesn't even matter anymore. We have too much in the main base. Showtime, he's snowballing out of control. He wants the 3-0. And nothing but 3-0s here tonight. There is no back and forth. I mean, game 1 and game 2, as I mentioned before, Geralt, he had his moments. He had moments where he was ahead, where he was in a commanding position. Showtime, he brought it back time and time again. And with that, it looks like the main base has been broken. GG gets called, and Showtime, good luck tomorrow. Showtime is going to advance on here in the lower bracket to face off against Rainer. GG. Bobby. GG, well played. Congratulations here to Showtime as well. So there is still a lot on the line here for these upcoming matches, but Skills and Spirit can breathe easy knowing that they are the European representatives for StarsWar 11. They are the top 2 EU representatives. We'll see who the third is going to be tomorrow. So yeah, with that, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for the support as well. We do appreciate it. A bit of a shorter broadcast here, just under 2 hours. But for those who maybe weren't here earlier, I literally just got back to Australia. I've been traveling abroad for quite some time. I have been traveling abroad for 2 months, but now I've returned from Poland. For those who don't know, I went to IEM. I went to Poland for IEM Katowice. Then I was able to stick around a little bit longer to enjoy the country, to enjoy the culture. And now I am back. I'm back here to the land of Oz, to Australia. We're good to just keep on going and get back on that grind set. I mean, if you've been watching the channel, you would know that I was still casting while in Poland, but I did not have the ideal setup. Now I'm back to my regular mic. Now I have a cam. I have a webcam featuring myself as well. I have my green screen behind me, back to my home setup. And we can get back on that horse. Now, because I was traveling yesterday, I did miss out on day 2 of the EU America's Closed Qualifier, so I do apologize for that. But I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I really want to try to catch up on that. Like, we already saw the spoilers, we already know what happened in a sense. I am really interested to cast Skilless versus Rainer, but I also know that I have other things that I need to catch up on. Like, now that I'm back, like, there's a lot of like administrative work that we have to do. Like, there's a lot of VODs to edit and VODs to schedule and thumbnails to make and social media, and there's a lot to do in that time off. So yeah, we'll be getting on that. Regardless, though, hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Hope you all had a great time. And yeah, with that, we're gonna be coming back tomorrow. We're gonna be heading back tomorrow here. Hold on, quickly just checking our calendar. What do we have? Tomorrow is, of course, more StarsWar 11 and Master Swan Open 79. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Okay, we have Master Swan Open and StarsWar 11 tomorrow, so plenty of content to come, plenty of StarCraft to come. Meanwhile, stick around. Going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Not too sure who. We'll find someone to send our love to. Let's quickly just double check. Let us quickly double check here. Who can we raid? Oh, it sort of is live. Let's go now. We can give it to Monsieur Sadsak, or we can raid Hatsu. Tempting. Okay, we'll give it to Monsieur Sadsak. Otherwise, thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for the support. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, hasta luego, papi. Hasta luego. Ciao.